The new iPhone fucking sucks and I hate it. I want to return it. I tried to download something from Google Drive and the iPhone doesn't recognize the format. So it doesn't tell me that it doesn't download. It just hides it. It doesn't even tell me that it doesn't download. And then you try to download something from Dropbox and it doesn't download. And once again, it doesn't tell you what the fuck is this, okay? This is my first iPhone. I'm usually an Android guy. First iPhone. And I'm about to fly over to the sweatshops in Zhangguan, China, and tell these little child fucking slave labor fucks that they need to fix my goddamn iPhone. Okay, clearly, okay, we're gonna act like we're all above child slave labor in America. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. And if we're gonna make them do it right. Okay, why am I paying this money to not have something download properly? Okay, usually, and maybe I'm just old school, guys. Maybe I'm just an old school millennial. Okay. When you hit download on something, usually it downloads, okay? And usually it only goes to one or two places, okay? Not with the iPhone. I swear my hand to God, I'm going to kick the fucking door down of a fucking sweatshop in Zhangguan, China and say, me now, you fix iPhone now. You want job now? No, you fix iPhone now. I swear my hand to God. Usually I don't pull out the Chinese accent unless I'm, angry at a Chinese restaurant or trying to make my friends laugh or something like that. But that's how frustrated I am, guys. Okay. That's how frustrated I am. It's ridiculous, because the child slave labor that makes androids in Vietnam is not doing stuff like that. Okay. And I swear my hand to God, I'm going to go to LinkedIn or Indeed or something after this, and I'm going to apply for manager jobs at these sweatshops, okay? And they're not going to like it when you see me. They've probably never seen a 6'5" white man that's dressed like SpongeBob, okay? I'm rocking the basketball shorts and dress shirt right now. God, what else we talk about? Oh, yeah. Okay, when you talk about child slave labor in Chinese businesses. TikTok. I reached 871,000 people on TikTok, and now I'm just straight shadow banned, okay? If I have to jump on the next plane to Beijing, China, and visit ByteDance Company myself, I will do it. I will be that guy. They're going to hate seeing a 6'5" Tucker Carlson looking ass motherfucker run up on them, And one thing I'll say about this, guys, just a little PSA, please stop leaving Charlie Kirk comments on my videos and clips, okay? I don't really know what it means. At first, I was like, oh, people think I'm Charlie Kirk. That's kind of cool, champion of freedom of speech. Now I'm thinking they're death threats, okay? I'm starting to think they're death threats, okay? Not cool, guys. Not cool. Not cool to leave Charlie Kirk comments on my videos, okay? I didn't want to wear a red tie. I know the red tie makes it look a lot worse, okay? I know it makes me look like I'm a Republican, okay? I know. It's the only one Walmart had, man. I wanted a black one. You're never going to hear Republicans say that. So think about that, And if you want to know my political opinions, I am a libertarian. I'm not really a libertarian. I think that libertarian just means undercover Republican. That's true. That's true, guys. If you ever see someone that goes, oh, I'm a libertarian, that dude is saying, I'm a Republican. I just don't want to talk about it right now. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Fuck the iPhone. Once again, this has been a pain in my ass for the last day and a half. Samsung also sucked. Just Samsung. Yeah, all the phones suck, man. I think the problem is these child slave laborers are not working hard enough. They're not working hard enough, guys. They are not working hard enough, okay? And I see it. I'm not going to deny that they're not working hard enough if I can't download stuff. I'm just calling a spade a spade. Sometimes you think of really funny jokes that cross the line, and I don't even say them on the podcast. So if I make a racy Chinese joke seconds ago, imagine the ones that I don't say. Imagine the ones that even I hold myself back. Daniel Tosh has a great line that was probably written by one of the writers of Tosh.0 in one of his specials. And he says, sometimes I cross my own line, and that's how I know I still have one. To be honest, that's 100%, because sometimes I'll just think of things and I'll just be like, damn, that's fucked up. But, moving on, guys. Those are the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Maybe I'll make a whole episode, or maybe I'll make clips with just those things and put it on Patreon, because I heard Patreon's how to get a following or something. I don't know. Comedy's hard. Comedy's very hard, guys. You got to learn how to bomb. You really do. You got to learn how to bomb. Jewish comedians are probably the best. You know what I'm saying? Like people kind of idolize Jewish writers and Jewish comedians. And I don't know if it's a culture thing or whatever, but I think Jewish comedians are the best comedians. And that's because they're not afraid of bombing. That was an Israeli joke, guys. There's going to be an Israeli thing, but at this point, you've already seen this. Sometimes, I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. I don't even know what I'm saying. Very stressful couple of days with this iPhone and running around phone breaking and stuff like that. Wire short circuiting in the bathroom and bunch of other stuff. Bad experience with the Austin homeless, Had 3 bad experiences with the Austin homeless guys. And they're no joke, man. They're no joke. They'll follow you. One guy was like coming at me and he was very angry, and I was just trying to walk to the side of him, and I'm pretty sure I heard the word white. And I'm not saying he was a racist crackhead homeless person, but all I'm saying is if you're really angry and I hear the word white, I'm just going to assume you don't want me at the cookout. And that's fine. That's fine, because maybe I don't want you at the cookout. Maybe I don't want you at our clan cookout. How about that? Our clan cookouts are nice. They're nice. You got all different types of bean dips and potato salads, and all the little clan kids have super soakers and playing Pokemon Go. Good stuff. The clan cookout jokes always work at VFWs, guys. I'm just saying. They are jokes, okay? They are jokes. I've told you guys my mom is almost brown. She might be Native American. We don't really know. We just hope she's not Mexican. She wouldn't be allowed at a clan cookout, and we know that. She considers herself white, so I don't even know where I'm going with that. I've never been to a clan cookout. I'm just going to say it, guys. I've never been, okay? Now, if I got offered to do a show at a clan cookout, I'm going to go where my fans want me to perform. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I know everyone keeps asking me about my opinions about Carmelo Anthony. And I'll be honest, guys, I just really think he should have stayed in Denver. Like when he went to New York, I knew his career was going to go downhill. The Knicks usually, fuck up every good thing they have until recently. We'll get to that. But I just think that Carmelo is, he's one of the best scorers of all time. He's a great player. Should have stayed in Denver. That's just my opinion. Oh my God. The Rick Chow case though, guys. The Rick Chow case. Rick Chow. Okay, I need to stop that. That's bad. And honestly, what's so funny is there's probably a liberal that would get very offended at whatever context I put it in the first time. But then if they heard me say it about Rick Chow, they would not be offended. And obviously, here's what I'll say. Obviously, the Rick Chow incident was a terrible tragedy. But I see a silver lining. I see a new Rush Hour movie on the horizon. Jackie Chan as Rick Chow, Chris Tucker as the black guy. Come on, guys. Insane that I'm not signed. Insane that I'm at least not making stuff for Tubi. Okay? You're telling me a Rush Hour parody type, Rick Chow type, mix wouldn't do numbers on Tubi? Jesus Christ. Once I signed that contract to Israel, it's all over. It's all over. Rush Hour, great movie. That's how you know races were coming together, is we made buddy cop racial movies where Asians and black guys got into a bunch of antics, Great movies, though. True American movies. What else is America? The UFC 250. It was a very fun thing. I watched most of the fights. I think, here's what I'll say. I think we need more sporting events at the White House. Yes, we need more white trash events at the White House. We need Monster Jam. We need NASCAR, okay? I want to see Don't Tread on Me flags attached to pickup trucks and overweight white women drinking beer. And you're like, is that woman pregnant? Is she not pregnant? I don't know. She might be pregnant, but either way, that kid is fucked from the beginning because he's growing up in Louisiana. This is what we need. We need more white trash events on the White House lawn, okay? We need it, guys. We need it. And I know Josh Holkett, I think is his name. I hope it's his name. I've been getting a lot of names wrong on this podcast because I don't look it up before, or I do look it up and I forget. And I have to look it up on the podcast. But Josh Holkett, obviously entertaining fight, knocked out Derek Lewis. But Josh Holkett said that Michelle Obama was a man while talking to Joe Rogan in the press conference after the fight. And first of all, we all know Michelle Obama is not a man. She's Karl Malone, 1990s NBA all-time great power forward. That is Karl Malone. If you look at Karl Malone's jump shot, turnaround, it's literally the shoulders, everything. That's fucking Karl Malone. Okay, I don't know if Josh Holkett is just, I don't know if he's not woke enough to find this out, but I'm just glad that Josh Holkett is going to have a great career in podcasting after this because Josh, bold move, man. Bold move. Way to make a name for yourself, okay? And a lot of people say, oh, that's not a good way to make a name for yourself, but I don't know, man. I think it is. To sell fights, it is. I mean, look what Luigi did. And people remember his name. People simp over him. So I think if you make a name for yourself in just about any way, that's pretty good for the most part. I'm thinking of a lot of examples of why that's not good, and they're coming to my head, but I'm going to still stick with that because I want to move on from Josh Holkett. Okay, guys? What else are we talking about? We're talking about more, sports, I guess. The Knicks won a championship. And I remember somebody sent me these videos and they were like, hey, do you see what's happening in New York? And I was like, oh, did they try to arrest another illegal, because I saw all the riots, but no, it was the Knicks. It was the Knicks championship, rioting, and attacking San Antonio fans, and let's be honest, guys. The Knicks fans are obviously very trashy. They're really putting the hard R in Knickerbockers. Boom. That's it. That's another clip. We're talking 1.6 million on Instagram, guys, in the past month from these fucking clips. Once again, I just want to reiterate, I've never been to a Klan cookout. I totally, oh God, I was just going to say, I totally condemn it, right? It's condemn, or is it condone? Okay. I don't know, guys. See, this is why you shouldn't get your information and political views from white guys on podcasts. Okay. If you see a white guy giving you political news on a podcast, just fucking run away, especially if they're wearing sunglasses. Just please, goddamn it, run away. Condone, condemn. It's all the same, right? I totally condemn Klan cookouts. Okay. I condemn everything associated with Klan cookouts. Okay, maybe I'll do another one. I condone everything associated with Klan cookouts. I've never been to a Klan cookout, but I condone. All right, condone. American education system, dude. Let's go. I'm dressed like SpongeBob right now. What else we talking about? Please stop leaving Charlie Kirk comments on my videos, guys. My mother is starting to worry. All right, we're moving on, guys. The World Cup, guys. Everyone cares about the World Cup. If you live outside of America, you care about the World Cup. America it just does not care about soccer, okay? America looks at soccer as a stepchild that no one wants. You're like, that guy's got to come, we don't want him around. I guess he's good for tax purposes for our partner, but we don't really want him. You know what I'm saying? America looks at the World Cup as a stepchild that no one wants. It's like, it's not, I guess we kind of want it. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather have free healthcare or something, rather than a World Cup victory. And I know what you guys are saying. I know there's some right-wing viewers that are going to hear me say that and go, oh, this guy's a libtard. He wants universal healthcare. Listen, I've been on my own healthcare insurance since the day I have turned 18. Most people get to be on their parents' healthcare insurance until they're 26. But here's the thing. You can't be on your parents' healthcare insurance when your parents don't have healthcare insurance. So I have struggled with healthcare insurance. And if that just was a little free, to where I don't, I could just use healthcare, I think it would really help. Now, I totally get it of privatizing a billion-dollar industry and, all the stuff it would fuck up, and, how Cuba's and Venezuela's healthcare system, how they operate and how different they are. I think it would dramatically lower the quality. But once again, please stop listening to white guys and their political opinions on podcast, okay? The only way you should be listening to me is me talking about Rick Chow Rush Hour movie, where Jackie Chan plays Rick Chow, Chris Tucker plays the black guy that I haven't learned his name yet, the victim. I don't know. Well, he was innocent. He's really I don't know, guys. I'm here to make jokes, damn it. Yeah. And honestly, sometimes reality is just way funnier. Sometimes, guys. Like JD Vance was on The View. Like, isn't that crazy? Hold on, I have a weird little burp. It's probably all the acid reflux coming up. But it didn't really come up. It kind of burns and kind of comes up. You guys know what I'm talking about. We're all Americans here. We've all, have acid reflux by the time we're 17. It's all good. All good. What was I talking about? JD Vance was on The View, guys. God damn it. JD Vance was on The View, and this is a very big day for white women who look like Rachel Ray but have the personality of Paula Deen. You get it? Because it's an old suburban white mom that is racist, but like a cool racist. Paula Deen was a cool racist. Paula Deen is like the cool racist aunt that you come over your house and she made cookies. She'll give you a little bit of wine, even though you're underage. She'll drop a hard R when the situation is appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like, Paula Deen is an OG, Paula Deen. No one really knows Paula Deen. I really like Paula Deen jokes. I really like Don Imus jokes. Like, you give me a reason to make a Don Imus joke, and I'm going to do it. Okay, guys? Because here's the thing, guys. I was 12 years old when that happened, and I remember waking up and watching that on SportsCenter. And I might have told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again. When Don Imus called the Rutgers women's basketball team a bunch of nappy-headed hoes, I was 12 years old, but I knew deep down that was extremely funny as fuck. Holy shit. I was like, you can say that on the radio? And then come to find out you can't really say that on the radio because he got canned, even though he's a shock jock, whatever that means anymore. But yeah, I was like, damn, that's funny. Okay, once again, guys, never been to a Klan rally. I don't support Don Imus. I just think the jokes are very funny. I know he had a career before that, but that's how I know him, What else are we fucking talking about, dude? Gavin Newsom. I know Gavin Newsom's being investigated by the Department of Justice. And I'll be honest, Gavin Newsom scares me, guys. Gavin Newsom absolutely scares me. Gavin Newsom looks like a villain in a Disney movie. Okay, guys? He's the guy that on the surface it's cool, but he's really taking all the town's funds to put sludge in the water and to put criminals on the street and everything like that. That's really kind of what he's doing. But good looking guy, though. Good looking guy for politics, speaks okay. He's an okay speaker, dude. If he could speak like Obama, he would take over the world. He would. If he could speak like Obama and he's got that Disney villain look, he could take over the world, guys. What are we talking about? Yeah. Jelly Roll got a divorce. And here's what I'll say. I've said here's what I'll say like 5 times. It's a good way to bounce back into it. Jelly Roll. What was I going to say about Jelly Roll? Oh, yeah. Because it's a big deal that he got divorced, Jelly Roll got divorced. And this is a terrible day for men with neck tattoos who only see their kids every other weekend. It's a big day, man. It's a big day. They're crying, dude. They're just crying while their kids are asking where they're at. You know what I'm saying? It's a big day. It's a hurtful day. My mom listens to Jelly Roll, and that means you're a good artist that spans over multiple generations. Okay. Because if you go over to my mom's house and she's like, you like this song? She turns up a Jelly Roll song on speakers from 2008 that I completely blew out in 2008. And I'm like, what are you doing? I've listened to my music very loud on those speakers, still the same speakers. Those speakers have seen like 4 different presidents, regardless. If Roxanne likes you, you're doing pretty good. Please remember that these are all jokes. Please remember that you shouldn't listen to a white guy's political views on a podcast. Please remember, I've never been to a Klan cookout, and yeah, please don't listen to celebrities' political views, whether it's a white guy in a podcast or Cardi B. I know Cardi B's been in the news because she's been, spewing off a bunch of stuff about politics. And like, that's insane. Like, that's insane. If you take Cardi B's political views seriously, you should lose your right to vote. You should lose your kids. You should lose every freedom that we have in this country. You are the walking definition of natural selection. Okay. I can't believe that people listen to Cardi B. And I know she's a stripper and she loves attention, but god damn, man. I'm not even worried about Cardi B putting her political views out there. I'm worried about the people who take her seriously, guys, okay? That's the difference between me and someone else who also has a problem with Cardi B political views. I'm not worried about her political views. I'm worried about the people that take her seriously. Bodak Yellow, great song. One of my favorite songs. When I'm getting pumped up in the gym, I'm listening to Bodak Yellow on my iPhone because iPhone is great, okay? iPhone 17 is the greatest phone of all time, and I totally do not want to kick the door down of a sweatshop in Zhangguan, China, and tell those little fucking child slaves that they need to fucking do a goddamn better job because this is fucking insane. $1,200? $1,200 fucking dollars? And I bet when I go to kick a door into the sweatshop in Zhangguan, China, I guarantee it's going to ask me if I want to allow a limited access